Hello students, in today's session let's learn about leverages, how to calculate operating leverage, financial leverage, combined leverage and the impact of these leverages on the business firm's returns. Basically, when a capital structure of a company changes, that has impact on the earning per share which is to be distributed to the equity shareholders. So with the operating leverage, we understand the impact of business risks. That is, because of use of fixed cost, how it will impact the profit of the company in relation to the changes that are taking place in the sales. So with whenever the cost of the fixed cost assets are used in the total cost structure of the company, so what impact of sales has on the total returns that a firm generates. We are going to understand this with the help of operating leverages. Whereas the financial leverage helps us to understand how the capital structure changes, that is, use of debenture and preference shares along with the equity share capital of the company has impact on the total returns that are generated or the EPS of the company. We calculate the operating leverage with the formula contribution divided by EBIT, whereas the financial leverage is EBIT divided by EBT. Now, combined leverage is nothing but a combination of operating leverage and financial leverage and its impact on the total returns that a firm generates and the returns that equity shareholders are going to earn. So let's learn this, the leverages and its impact on the firm's business risk and firm's financial risk with the help of a simple problem. Okay, so the first problem, the question was Cipla Limited, which has an average selling price of rupees 10 per unit, and we had variable cost rupees 7 and fixed cost 1,70,000. And this Cipla Limited finances all assets by equity funds, and the tax rate given was 40%. Whereas we had one more company, which was Ranbaxy, and Ranbaxy is identical to Cipla Limited, except in the pattern of financing. In Cipla Limited, all the assets were only of equity, whereas in Ranbaxy Limited, it has 50% equity and 50% debt. And on this 50% debt, the Ranbaxy has interest which amounts to rupees 20,000. Fine. So this was a question given, very simple question. I hope you people have solved this problem. If you haven't solved, quickly we will see how to solve this problem. Fine. So what we have to do? We have to calculate the financial leverage, we have to calculate the operating leverage, and we have to calculate the combined leverage at a sales price which is given there, which is supposed to be 7 lakh for both the firms, and we have to interpret the results for the same. Fine. So this was the question which was given. So let's start. Firstly, we'll see how we can do it for the computation of leverages for the Cipla Limited. Fine. So for the Cipla Limited, what was the sales amount they told for both the company? It is 7 lakh, and whereas per unit rate is, so 7 lakh per unit 10 rupee means total units we had was 70,000, right? 70,000 units is the sales we had, and less what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to do less calculate the variable cost. Sales minus variable cost. We have, what do we get? Sales minus variable cost. What do we get? Answer me, quick. Sales minus variable cost is
revenue.
They don't tell me. Good afternoon. Tell me what is the answer. Contribution, yes. Sales minus variable cost is contribution. So hope everybody has calculated at least this much. Now let's what? Let's go for fixed cost, which is again 1,70,000. Then we get is the EBIT, earning before interest and tax, or we call it also as operating profit. Fine. So how much is the operating profit? Operating profit is 40,000. In the Cipla Limited, the company is having only equity. They don't have any debenture. When the company is not having debenture, that means the company has no interest, right? So only when a company has debenture in its capital structure, you have to pay the interest on the debenture. Now the company doesn't have any interest because they don't have any debenture, right? Fine. So what is going to happen now? Fixed cost, contribution minus fixed cost, we got EBIT, which is 40,000 less no interest. So what we get is EBT, which is same as EBIT, right? EBIT and EBT is same because we don't have any interest here. Now less tax, which is 40%. Tax is 40% on the profit before tax. Now that is 40,000 you had EBT. On this EBT, we are paying 40% as the tax. So what is the profit before tax? That is supposed to be 16,000. So EBT less tax. What do you get? Quick. Earning before tax less tax. What do you get? Earning available to equity shareholders. Right? Amount which is available to equity shareholders to pay as a dividend. Right? So how much is the amount available to equity shareholders here? 24,000. Fine. So what we are going to calculate? Operating leverage. Then we are going to calculate financial leverage. What is operating leverage? Contribution divided by EBIT. How much is the contribution? Contribution is 2,10,000. What is EBIT? EBIT is 40,000. So 2,10,000 divided by 40,000. You have degree of operating leverage 5.25 times, right? Then degree of financial leverage, which will be EBIT divided by EBT. Since we don't have interest, so EBIT and EBT is same. So 40,000 divided by 40,000. So that is 1 time. Degree of financial leverage is 1 time. Now next, what we are supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate the combined leverage. How do you calculate the combined leverage? How do we calculate the combined leverage? Combined leverage is operating leverage multiplied by financial leverage, or combined leverage is contribution divided by EBT, right? Now, what is the combined leverage? You tell me. I'm waiting. Tell me what is the combined leverage. What's the combined leverage? Can I get the answer? Yeah.
5.25.
5.25 times, right? Fine. So that is the combined leverage. Fine. So this is very simple. Now what you are supposed to do now? Ranbaxy is similar to Cipla. Nothing change. Only thing what they change in Ranbaxy is they do not Cipla company was having only equity, so there was no interest. Whereas Ranbaxy company is having also the debenture. That's why we have to also take the interest calculations here. So can you calculate with a similar format, with taking the same data? Only extra thing we have is in the Ranbaxy company, you have interest. So interest is already given there. Take that interest and remaining things, it is same for the Ranbaxy also. Try to calculate it and let me know the answer. I'm giving you 1 minute. Yeah. Can you calculate? So what it will be?
Ma'am, 5.25 times.
Yeah. Yes. 5.25
2 times.
Yeah. See, quickly we will go on checking out with the Ranbaxy. So firstly, we have sales same in the Ranbaxy. Less variable cost, again it is same. Then contribution same. like Cipla, we have fixed cost, which is 1,70,000. Then operating profit is 40,000. Up to here, everything is same for, there is no difference between Ranbaxy and Cipla company, right? So only thing here changes is interest. In the question, what is given? Interest you have 20,000, right? 20,000 is the interest. So what will happen? Your EBIT will, earning before tax will change. So on this now 40% is the tax, right? 20,000 is the interest you have. So earning before tax is 20,000. Then on 20,000 you have 40% tax to be paid, which is 8,000 for the Ranbaxy. This is for the students who haven't done. Quickly you can do it. So amount available to equity shareholder is 12,000. Fine. So what we are going to do? Degree of operating leverage. Degree of operating leverage is how much? Again, see, contribution is 2,10,000 divided by EBIT 40,000. This was same also for Cipla. We had 5.25 times only. Same we have for the Ranbaxy also, because there is no changing. Only thing what changed was the capital structure. They have interest here. So your financial leverage changes. Now, what is the financial leverage for the Ranbaxy Limited? Degree of financial leverage is EBIT divided by EBT. 40,000 divided by 20,000, you have 2 times. So what happened? Because the company had 50% debenture, their financial leverage is double, right? Cipla Limited had 1 time, whereas financial leverage for the Ranbaxy is 2 times. So that's the difference, right? So because of this, also combined leverage is double. As your financial leverage changed, your combined leverage doubled. So that's the interpretation which you are supposed to give for this company. Is it clear here? I think I was little quick, but because I felt it is very easy problem, and I hope 1 week was a lot of time for you all to do it, isn't it? So I hope everybody has done this.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody has done this? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
The students who had not done, you can quickly 30 seconds more, you can copy it, so that I will quickly show in the next 2 minutes which problem. I'm going to show you the second problem where we had units. Changes was only bit as a unit changes we had. Okay, completed? Fine. So we will go for the next problem. So what was the next problem we had? We had a next problem wherein the question was the capital structure of Evergreen Company. So in that question, what was that? Evergreen Company, just check out the question there. Evergreen Company had ordinary shares of capital, share capital of rupees 5 lakh, where each share is of rupees 100 each, and 5 lakh 10% debentures. So total capital structure is 10 lakh here. So 50% is equity and 50% is debenture. And debenture is at what rate? Debenture is at 10% interest, right? So the selling price here is how much? Rupees 10 per unit. Now variable cost is rupees 6 per unit, and fixed expenses they have is 1 lakh rupees, right? Now income tax rate they've told is 50%. So this was a question given to you. You have to check out how the company percentage, there will be change in the EPS. How much will be the change in the operating leverage and financial leverage if the company's production increases? Fine. What we are going to check here, if the company's production increases. So they have told 50,000 units to 60,000 units. So what does it mean? So initially company, you will have to calculate the financial leverage, operating leverage and earning per share. When the company is having 50,000 units, and check out how much increase in the financial leverage will be, what will be the increase in the earning per share if the company increases its production by 10,000 units more. So instead of 50,000 units, if you take 60,000 units as a production, how it will affect your total EPS and your financial leverage and the combined leverage? That is what is being asked in the questions. So let us quickly try to solve this question. Fine. So what was being told here? So let's try. Shall we try? Okay. So calculation here it is what? Leverage is computation of EBIT, computation of EBT, and changes in the EPS, right? You have to calculate EBIT, EBT, and changes in the EPS, and operating in the financial leverage. This is what you are supposed to calculate here. So let us see how you are going to make three columns. Particulars, level 1 when there is 50,000 units, level 2 when there is 60,000 units, how it might affect. Fine. Okay. So let us see. So when there is 50,000 units and when there is 60,000 units, so how it will change. That's what we are going to check out here. Now let me know first question. Firstly, what you are going to take? What are you going to take first? Yeah, answer me. Sales. What rate you have sales? Sales at rupees 10 per unit. How many units? 50,000 units at 10 per unit, right? So this is the sales, 50,000 and 60,000. This is the sales amount you had. Fine. Now less what? Sales minus, what are you going to do? Sales less, can I give the answer? Sales minus variable cost. Are you able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much it is? Variable cost is 6 per unit. So 3 lakh. How many units? 50,000 units into rupees 6. 3 lakh. 60,000 units into rupees 6. What are you going to do? 60,000 units into rupees 6. 3 lakh 60,000. So sales minus variable cost. What do you get? Sales minus variable cost is what? Tell me. Are you writing or have you done it? Sales minus variable cost is contribution. That is 5 lakh minus 3 lakh. You have contribution 2 lakh. Then sales is 6 lakh minus variable cost is 3 lakh 60. So you have a contribution 2 lakh 40,000. Done? Up to here completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is less fixed cost. Fixed cost was given there. Fixed cost remains same. Remember always, fixed cost always remains same. Whatever is the changes in the unit takes place, that will not have any change in the fixed cost. The change in the increase in the production, your variable cost increases, but your fixed cost always remains fixed. Fine. So contribution less fixed cost, what you get is a EBIT there. EBIT is now 1 lakh and 1 lakh 40,000 is the EBIT you have got. Now, what we are going to do now? Sales less variable cost, contribution less fixed cost is EBIT. Less now what? Interest. Less interest, what do we get? Less interest is, yeah, less interest. So what do you get is a EBT, which is earning before tax. So EBIT less interest. Now interest is on 55 lakh rupees, 10%. Then what you get is an EBIT less tax on the EBT. Now what has happened with the tax? See, EBT you have when production is 50,000 units, you have 50,000 as a earning before tax. Whereas when the production is 60,000 units, your earning before tax has increased 90,000, right? Now when you're calculating tax, your tax on the EBT on 50,000 you are calculating for the level 1. So on 50,000, 50%, that is 25,000. When it is on the level 2, on 60,000 units, level 2, what is the EBT? 90,000. So on 90,000, 50% is the tax. Here it is on 50,000, 50% is the tax. And here on 90,000, you have 50% tax, which is 45,000. So what is your amount or earnings which is available to equity shareholders? Amount available to equity shareholder is 25,000 and 45,000. Can anyone tell me how much will be the EPS? Let me see if anybody has done this. How much is the EPS? What is the earning per share? Let's first calculate EPS and then you can calculate your financial leverage and operating leverage on your own. So what is the EPS? How do you calculate EPS? Yeah, amount which is available to equity shareholder divided by number of equity shares. Amount available to equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. See what is given in the company here. See the first sentence in the question. What has been told? Company consists of ordinary share capital of rupees 5 lakh. Each share is of rupees 100. So 5 lakh is the total capital. One share is of rupees 100. So what that means? How many number of shares are there with the company? How many shares are there in the company? Tell me.
5,000.
Okay. So EPS, how will you calculate now? EPS is amount available to the equity shareholder divided by number of shares. EPS is amount available to equity shareholder divided by number of shares. Calculated? So how much is
5
it?
rupees and
Yeah, 5 rupees and 9 rupees. 5 rupees 5 per share. Write it, huh? Rupees 5 per share. Per share, 5 rupees is the dividend. And here, rupees 9 is the earning per share. Fine. Now, out of, you have calculated what is the EPS. Now, what we are going to calculate is, the second thing what they have told in the question, to find out how much is the changes, how much is the percentage change in the EPS. Percentage change in the EPS is, there is a formula for this. Percentage change in the EPS is, check out how much is the change. So earlier you had how much? 5 rupee. Now when 10,000 rupee, when 10,000 units increased in the production, your EPS increased how much? 9 rupees. So what is the increase you had? 4 rupees is the increase. 4 rupees is the increase, right? So initially you had 5 rupee per share when production was 50,000 units. Now production is how much? 60,000 units. So your EPS increased by rupees 4. So percent change in the EPS you need to calculate. Percentage increase in the EPS. Percentage increase in the EPS is increase in EPS divided by old EPS multiplied by 100. Understood? Increase in the EPS. I forgot to put here bracket. You can put like here. I have put C. So increase in the EPS divided by old EPS into 100. So increase in the EPS is how much? Increase in the EPS is difference between old new minus old. So rupees 4 divided by old EPS, which is rupees 5 multiplied by 100. So how much is the increase in the EPS? 80% is the increase in the EPS. So when your, what does it mean? When your production increased by 10,000 units, your EPS increased by 80%. When your production increased by 10,000 units, your EPS increased by 80%. That is the thing.